And good evening. We begin tonight with the accelerating developments in the fight to stop the spread of the novel coronavirus. More than 100 Americans have now died. The country's largest city faces possible orders to shelter in place. Hospitals are desperately trying to keep up with the demand as their equipment supply dwindles, and the Pentagon is now stepping in. ABC's Trevor Ault has the latest from New York.
As confirmed cases of COVID-19 climb higher across America, the nation's largest city is bracing for more drastic measures. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio warning residents to prepare for a possible order to shelter in place.
I believe that decision should be made in the next 48 hours, and it's a very, very difficult decision. I want to emphasize that.
At least 22 states activating the National Guard, more than 36 states now canceling public school. The San Francisco Bay Area and its millions of residents already under a shelter-in-place order.
Whatever we need to do to stay alive, then that's what we need to do.
Healthcare workers fighting increasing demand with multiple doctors contracting the virus themselves, others sounding the alarm that they're running out of supplies.
It's mainly masks, eye shields, N95 respirators, gloves, gowns, face shields, goggles, all the things that you need to take care of these folks.
The shortages are also hurting Americans at the grocery stores, many wading through crowds, but finding the items they need out of stock.
Lines are just extremely long, shelves are empty, so it's kind of scary.
And so many people are now ordering their essential home goods online that Amazon is actually announcing an aggressive hiring plan, 100,000 warehouse and delivery jobs in hopes of jump-starting the supply chain. Trevor Ault, ABC News, New York.
The Kern County Superior Court is limiting public interaction due to the coronavirus outbreak. Starting tomorrow through March 30th, only the following case types will be heard: felony and misdemeanor criminal arraignments, felony preliminary hearings and sentencings, juvenile initial hearings for dependency and juvenile justice, family domestic violence temporary restraining orders, probate applications for temporary guardianship, and civil harassment cases. All other hearings will be rescheduled according to the court. The court will send notice to attorneys or parties who represent themselves. Earlier tonight, only on 23 ABC, we hosted a special live Q&A session with local health experts to answer your questions, address your concerns, and separate the facts from the rumors about the coronavirus outbreak. One of the biggest concerns locally was who should be getting tested. Check this out.
Does a red flag get raised when you're sitting at home that you need to go get checked out by your physician or by a doctor?
So there are different levels that we're actually thinking about, categories of people that we want to really take care of. Okay. So someone who just worries that they might have it, but they're not having any symptoms, that's not the person that we want to test. Someone who's having fever and cough, shortness of breath, but they don't have any other special features about them. They're from age or other comorbidities or other diseases, that is not the individual that will want to test for COVID-19. Flu is also happening at this time, and that's probably the most common thing that is going to be causing fever, cough, shortness of breath. The third category is that individual who has the fever, cough, and shortness of breath, but they're in those special categories. They're over age 60, they have cardiovascular disease, maybe they're a cancer patient or they have HIV, something that is affecting their immune system. That is an individual that we'll want to test.
To get someone who's maybe coming to see you.
Now, our special also addressed concerns about pregnant women, how soon test results can be available, and more. Lots and lots of good information. You can see the entire special right now on our website, turn223.com, and of course on our 23 ABC Facebook page. And as the concerns rise over the coronavirus outbreak, local Kern County cities have started declaring emergencies. During their city council meeting tonight, the city of Shafter ratified a declaration of a local state of emergency. It goes into effect tomorrow and lasts until April 14th. All city offices which have direct contact with the public will be closed to the public or limit visits made by appointment for essential services. Yesterday, the Delano City Council approved a resolution proclaiming the existence of an emergency situation and local emergency to allow the city to more effectively respond to the novel coronavirus. City officials said the resolution allows the city to strengthen efforts to seek assistance from state and federal partners. partners. Non-essential board, commission, and committee meetings are canceled until further notice. City Hall will be closed to the public starting tomorrow.
And we are tracking the calm after our latest storm system that swept through Central California yesterday and a bit into this afternoon. So we can see not much action happening across the San Joaquin Valley. Maybe seeing some clouds that will be squeezing out a bit of rain up near McFarland and in Buttonwillow, but we are looking at just cloudy conditions here in Bakersfield. And that's really the case across the rest of Kern County. But just how much rain did we see today? Well, not much. 0 inches here in Bakersfield, a trace amount in Arvin, but in areas near Buttonwillow and Taft, they were seeing up to nearly 1/10 of an inch. And that was because isolated thunderstorms moved through the region, bringing heavy localized rain to those areas. They did see maybe a few lightning strikes, but really not much, especially compared to what we were seeing yesterday. So temperatures are much warmer than yesterday due to the cold air that makes its way through, but temperatures still well below average, nearly 10 degrees below seasonal. That's all thanks to this low pressure system that will continue to usher in that below seasonal air as we head into your Wednesday. But something else that we are tracking is an increase in winds, especially as we head into your Wednesday afternoon. Those wind gusts could be reaching up to 40 miles per hour. That does mean good news for our air quality. We remain in the good range with an AQI of 46, but I have more details on when we are tracking our next warming trend coming up next.
Well, new details tonight. California's governor says most of the state's schools will likely remain closed for the rest of the school year because of the new coronavirus. Governor Gavin Newsom said during a press conference today, nearly all the state's schools have already shut down as the most populous state tries to stop the spread of the virus, and the rest will soon. He says there are more than 6 million children out of school. He says he wants to be as realistic and as honest as possible so families can begin planning accordingly now.
I don't want to mislead you to 6+ million kids in our system and their families. They need to make some plans at a time when a lot of plans are already being curtailed. But planning with kids is some of the most challenging planning. I would plan and assume that it's unlikely that many of these schools, few if any, will open before the summer break.
The state has applied for a federal waiver that means children would not have to face academic tests once they eventually return to school. And 23 ABC reached out to the Kern County Superintendent of Schools in response to Governor Newsom's statement. Officials sent a statement saying KCSOS's leadership team and Kern's 47 school district superintendents are meeting daily through Zoom video conferencing and problem solving in real time. We are learning from one another, adjusting plans daily, and will be ready for any eventuality, including school closures well into May. We hope it does not come to that, but we will be prepared if our public health partners advise that school closures should be extended as we move forward. The Kern High School District's Nutrition Services Department will provide free breakfast and lunch to all children between 2 and 18 years old during the closures. It will be in effect tomorrow through Thursday, April 9th. Students can receive meals from any elementary or high school, regardless of the district they attend. Grab-and-go meals will be served from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. Monday through Friday. Meals can be picked up at the drive-through location established at the bus loading zone or walk up to the pickup location. For more information on distribution sites, be sure to head to our website, turnto23.com. As the coronavirus reaches all 50 states, the concern of the unknown grows. In light of the pandemic, 23 ABC's Imani Stevens shares how community members and businesses are coming together to help one another. Imani?
Yeah, Jess, the focus lately has been on COVID-19, how to prevent the spread of the virus, the latest actions that the government is taking, and health officials sharing the rising number of cases throughout the country. But today we took a look at how the community is coming together during this time.
It just made me happy. We were inside having a wonderful corned beef and cabbage dinner, and we heard the piper out here, and we all came out, and it was just uplifting.
This sound came as a surprise to the residents living in the Oleander neighborhood.
With everything that's going on, I think that we all need that And everybody over here came outside and wanted to see it, and they were uplifted.
Councilmember Andre Gonzalez hired a bagpiper to walk through for St. Patrick's Day.
It's important for people to stay home as much as possible, but while we do that, we need to find ways that we can continue to uplift people's spirits. And so today being St. Patrick's Day, I thought it would be a perfect opportunity to have a bagpiper stroll down the streets of Oleander to lighten the spirit, lighten the mood, and uplift the spirits for people living in the neighborhood.
A reward for those who are at home protecting themselves from COVID-19.
I'm in kind of a weird mood, and it was very nice to be out here with my neighbors and see them, hear the music, and just have a little bit of friendship today.
But businesses are also pitching in and offering food to those in need. At Home Boutique and Bakery, those over the age of 65, most at risk of being infected of the coronavirus or unable to afford food, are able to get a 32 ounce of soup, 1 loaf of bread, and 4 cookies for free.
We want to provide that for people who may not be able to get out or should not be out and about. So we wanted to make sure that it was affordable and easy. And then we're offering it free to those who can't afford it, and we're going to continue to do that as long as we have ingredients and are able to provide that.
And for those who pick up their own, Edwards asks that you pick up and deliver a meal for someone else who may not be able to leave their home. Express Pharmacy have extended their hours of delivery and providing their customers free delivery of their medications.
Senior citizens staying at home, really not having to go outside to really have 100% protection, right? We want to provide, we'll have our delivery drivers bring it to their doorstep and offer and give them the medications that they need without having contact with anybody who could potentially have the virus.
And residents say this pandemic might help bring communities together.
I think it might help draw us together. I've had several people next door reach out and offer help to each other, much more so than ever before. And I think that would be the silver lining, that we are. In fact, my neighbors right across the street this afternoon said if there's anything that we need, and they're younger people, please be sure and call us.
If you know somebody or a local business who is offering help to others during this pandemic, send us an email at news@kero.com or send us a message on Facebook at 23ABC Bakersfield. Reporting live in studio, I'm Imani Stevens, 23ABC News, connecting you.